Hello, welcome to another episode of The Stays Between Us. This is Chrys.
And this is Riss.
We just talked about the housemaid for like an hour, and none of it recorded. So like,
anything. Oh my gosh. And it was a really good one too. It was a pretty good episode, but honestly, I don't think we have it in us to
talk about it again. Maybe we do it next week or something, and give you our thoughts on part 2 and 3.
Yeah. But just so everybody knows, if you're interested in following along in book club, next week we are going to start, or I guess we're going to start this week, the 7 husbands. 7 husbands of Evelyn.
7 hoes or whatever it is.
7 somethings.
The roster of Evelyn Hugo.
Yeah, honestly. That's a better name. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We're going to start reading it. We're going to go about halfway.
Yeah.
So,
tune in next time for that. And then, I really want to talk about the whole, like, what is it called? Blue point, like, going to space, blue orbit, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Girl,
the celebrities going to space this week. LOL. Maybe that's all I had to say on that.
Learning the name of whatever it is that went into space would have probably taken longer than they were actually out there for.
Dude, did you watch the video where, like, they open the door and then someone comes to the door and they're like, close it. And like, Jeff Bezos, like, face plants and then grabs a freaking, like, crowbar or whatever to go and open it.
They make it, like, this super theatrical thing. This is... Yeah.
And that door opened like a... like a freaking, like, playground door. And, like... It looked like one of those
like
bar,
open
like...
the whole time.
The cowboy revolving door. It was so, like, clumsy or whatever the word is.
Flimsy.
Yeah, whatever the word is.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. This was, like, the pick-me of, like, any celebrity stunt ever.
I feel so connected to love now that I've gone to space. And, like, now I know empathy or whatever the hell she said.
Yeah.
Girl, what?
The way she stepped out and kissed the ground.
Like they had been gone for months.
And she's like, I forgot what this felt like. Oh my gosh.
It's so funny.
I have not seen a single person, whether it's like videos, news reports, or even like comments on things supporting this at all. Everybody's just like,
this is pathetic.
This is pathetic. What is going on?
And like them calling themselves astronauts is like, girl, what? Like, and she's like, this wasn't a ride. This was a journey.
No.
Where?
The whole thing is giving like Rachel from Friends.
It's like, exactly. I commented that on like 5 videos. Went to the zoo yesterday.
Now I'm a koala bear.
Because it's so that. It's like, it's insane. It's like, I watched a season of Grey's Anatomy. I'm going to perform.
No, doctor.
Yeah, I'm going to pump a heart with my hand. Like,
no, and
what?
You know, their astronaut suits, the
slutty jumpsuits.
Yeah, the designer was like wanting to make it look sexy and
it's like, is the zipper gonna go down?
Yeah,
we don't know.
It's like, wow, the sexy astronauts. Or Katy Perry saying, "We're gonna put the ass in astronauts."
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Women in STEM, we love them.
I feel like, listen, a few thoughts. I mean, out of touch. These people don't even live in reality, right? They don't even know. It's so funny to me. Like, I don't know. They're like, you don't know, like, love until you launch or whatever she said. Like, just the craziest shiz ever. They just spent millions of dollars while, like, regular people are working, like, 60-hour weeks and, like, barely able to afford groceries. But it's like, can't you just, like, I know it's kind of obvious if a freaking rocket or whatever is launching, but, like, do it in secret. Like, go look. I mean, if I had the money to go into space, I probably would. Let's maybe be real. But, like, I wouldn't go on the internet and be like, praise me, minions. Tonight we take the moon. Whatever. Like,
no, like they just changed history. Or, like, they're calling it Her Story, right? Like, the whole... And it's like, you did nothing for women anywhere. Like,
If
girl,
this had
what?
been a group of, like, astronaut women who went to school, dedicated their lives to this, sure. The only thing they
100%.
did was, like,
Put on a sexy little costume.
spend, like,
and-
$28 million each.
And get in a container and
For,
pray that
like,
it worked.
For 11 minutes? Is that how long they were up there?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like...
Is that even long enough for anything? It's like... I microwaved a sandwich in the time that you were in space. Like, it's so pathetic. Like, also...
No, absolutely.
You would think that for a $28 million ticket, you would get, at least 30 minutes.
No, for real. It is, like, kind of a slap in the face to, like, the women who really do, like, work so hard on, like, stuff like that happening.
Yeah.
And they don't get any recognition, but this is taking over... Well, I guess it's taking over the internet because it's a joke, but...
And it's
like,
also them wanting credit for, like, operating the rocket and being, like, an astronaut. It's like, I get on a plane to fly from point
does
A
that
to
make
point
me a
B.
pilot?
I'm not a pilot. I'm not about to be, like...
Like, please, like, shake my hand and tell me I'm
It's
great.
like, I'm ready to... Yeah, it's insane. It's just, like, so...
Yeah.
It's out of touch, but it's also delusional on a level that's just crazy.
I know, and it's so funny that, like, just the contrast between that and what happened not so long ago, like, very still recent news, where, like, the two astronauts were actually stuck in space for, like,
Yeah.
8-9 months. How long was it?
And that didn't even get that much publicity or
I
attention.
know. Yeah, but, like, it's just hilarious how, like, I don't know, they're acting like... Especially, I can't get over the kissing the ground thing. Like, she's been gone
We're
for
not
so
taking
long.
space, we're making space, whatever it was. It's like, please shut up. Like, write a cheesy song and release that, but, like, don't come out here and...
Oh my gosh, and the whole, like, singing,
They sang? I missed this.
Katy Perry sang. And what song
In
did
the
she sing?
rocket?
Wonderful World.
I mean, that's all she had time to do when they were up there, sing one song.
I don't think she even
5
got to
minutes.
the chorus before they landed. She's like, what oh yeah, okay, we're done. Like, bye guys.
They released this. They recorded this.
Yeah, it was one of the women. I can't, honestly, I'll be so for real. I know it was Katy Perry, and I know it was Jeff Bezos' wife. Or
And
fiance,
then, like,
and then I
Gail,
don't know
she's like a TV host.
don't know any of the other women. But
Yeah.
one of the women was talking about how, like, the most beautiful moment of when they were all up there was when Katy Perry just started singing What a Wonderful World. And she was just in awe of this amazing experience that us women were able to be together for. Like, this whole thing that was just like, oh my gosh. And then there's this whole thing about how, like, I'm pretty sure Katy Perry said, she's like, I didn't want the moment to be about me. So I didn't want to sing any of my songs. I really wanted
But
to...
I was gonna sing. No one had a choice in that.
Yeah, like, nobody asked for it, but I wanted to give them, like, a beautiful song.
And I'm so selfless. It wasn't gonna be one of my songs.
And she's like, this definitely, like, was never about me. That's why I didn't pick, like, one of my songs. Meanwhile,
If you
she's
have
like,
to say that-
she's, like, holding her, like, playlist for, like, her next tour.
Oh,
It's like this, I'm not singing about it, but get the hint.
I just imagine her, like, finishing her song, and they have, like, 20 seconds left in space, and she's like, please subscribe to my YouTube Instagram. I'll be out on tour here and here during those dates.
Oh, so
Her plug
funny.
before they
Yeah.
come back.
I can, like, she's just singing and there's just, like, one person clapping, like, in there.
'Cause-
Because everybody's like, wait, where did this come from?
Oh, and they're like, we should have discussed an etiquette for this.
I can only imagine. It's like 11 minutes with women who don't know each other. They're just, like, up in space.
They're like, we just want to, like, admire and listen to the universe for a second, and then Katie's like, imagine all the people, or whatever she's saying. Like, they don't know her well enough to tell her to shut up, so they're just wasting their millions of dollars.
They're just like, somebody make this bitch shut up.
Everyone, put your hats on. Let's let her out.
I am actually so excited to see the SNL skits about this, or like any, like, I'm sure like all the media, like, TV shows will make fun of it.
It's hilarious. It's just so good. Yeah, I just imagine, I mean, how funny would it be for a skit to be like, they're up there, and yeah, she starts singing, and they're like, I'm just gonna open the door for all of us. I think we should end it right here.
Maybe that's why it was only 11 minutes. They're like, okay, can we go back down?
They're just arguing. They're like, I'm gonna open the door, stop singing! They're like, okay, we have to come back down. We have to stop this bus. Rearrange the seating. That's hilarious. Yeah, the whole thing was pathetic. And then Gail, like the lady who was like the host, she got interviewed about it, and she's like, have you been to space? And people are like, no, but it was still pathetic. Like, we can comment on stuff.
You can barely say you went to space.
For one. Yeah. And two, it's like you want to be relatable, but then you're just telling people to shut up and like don't have an opinion about it. Applaud me or else.
It's like, I had a layover in the Dallas airport. Can I say I went to Texas?
Seriously. I had a layover in Lima on my way from Brazil. Now I'm Peruvian. It's my country now. I claimed it. Crazy.
So funny. The other thing that I was actually really curious to talk to you about, have you heard of like The Good American Family?
No.
It's this movie that pretty sure came out based on like a true story.
Is this with Dr. Gray from Grey's Anatomy?
Yes.
Okay, I've seen commercials for it, so I know what it's about.
Yeah. So it's like this family adopts this girl, and this girl is like, goes like crazy on them, and then the mom's like suspicious. She's like, this little girl's like getting her period and stuff, and she's like trying to kill them.
I don't know, yeah.
All these details. And then the mom's like, okay, there's no way. They adopted her from like Russia, I want to say, or some like foreign country. Anyway, and then the mom is like, no way this girl is a child the way she claims to be. Like, she's not 7 or whatever. Yeah. Whatever age she had said. And so they go through like the courts to prove that she's like an adult. And and then they end up like managing to like get her age changed, and she actually is an adult.
But not in the real version, right? In the real version, they found out that she was a child?
Yeah, so that's the story that has been, like, how it has stood for so long. I actually remember hearing about this, like, years ago. Yeah. And, like, how freaking scary is that? You, like, adopt a kid, and then you find out it's, like, actually an adult woman trying to kill your whole family. Like, that's terrifying. Nuts. But then... So then this whole debate, like, kind of generated where it's like, because she came out and she's like, no, I was actually a kid at that time. Yeah, and they put her in an apartment or something, living by herself or something, right? And then they fled the country. Yeah, and she's like, no, I was a kid, and she's like an adult now, but she's like, I was a kid, and they like just didn't want me anymore or whatever. And then other people are like, okay, yeah, but you still try to kill them. Like, what the heck? You know? And there's, like, this whole thing of, like, was she a kid or wasn't she a kid? And it's, like, this whole crazy debate. But I know I was on, like, I had read about this story so long ago that, like, when I saw this, like, that it had become a movie and all this stuff, I was definitely on the family side of, like, no, she, like... There's so much evidence that this girl was actually an adult. Yeah. And then I saw one interview with the dad. And you have to see it. I I'm gonna react to it on TikTok. Like I'll share it on our page so that anybody listening can see it there. There are no words. This man he's got some marbles missing. Like he's got some wires. Definitely.
Wait,
like
what does that mean? I
can't even explain it. I don't even know. Like I don't even know what I saw. Like I'm still at like a loss for words. I'm like it's kind of this is the thing. It's like it's sad, and so I feel like it needs like a little like it's a sad situation regardless, right? Whether she's an adult or a child, like it's everything is just kind of messed up. This whole family is like you can't really go back from that, right?
Yeah.
This whole situation is kind of messed up. But he's like describing how he found he walked in one day and found his wife disciplining the kid, and he just like kind of went like crazy demonstrating it, and he's like, she was beating her up, like, but not just like she and then he gets off of the like interview chair and he's like, this is how it went, and then he just like gets up and gets on the floor and he starts smacking the floor as hard as he can, and he's just like going at it for so long, and then like his hand, like he was like it was scary to watch.
It sounds terrible.
I know, even like I was like, oh my gosh.
So the family sucks. He's describing a murder.
Yeah, like first the fact the wife was doing that.
The fact that he would like fully display it, like
100% in
weird.
This interview. No, and his whole like demeanor was just very interesting.
Did they pay someone to make a show to make him look better?
I don't know. Probably.
I know very little about the situation, to be fair.
I'm sure it's told a lot more from their point of view than her point of view. So it's probably more...
She's disabled, right? Or she has something?
She does have... Yeah, she's got, like... I don't know if it's, like, a form of dwarfism or what it is, but she does have, like,
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, whatever. I don't know what you would call it. But, yeah. No, so...
You would think that she would have more of a platform because of that? Like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if she... Because I thought she, like, couldn't walk and she had, like, some physical thing?
She can walk.
Oh, okay.
She does look like she could be older than what she says. But that's also up for debate. A lot of people think she looks like she's 7 when she says she's 7, so. To me, she looks like she could be older, but.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Scary.
I know.
This has nothing to do with it, but it made me think about it. Did you ever watch the movie Changeling with Angelina Jolie?
No.
It's like about a true story that happened in California. I think in like the 30s. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember exactly what year, but it's not the same thing at all. But like just a little bit of a scary parenting situation, I guess. But this woman's son gets kidnapped, and she's trying to get him back. She's like going after the police, trying to get him to solve the case, and like they just are not like doing enough about it. So she tries to get like the press involved, and then they finally get to a point after like months, say that they found the kid, and they go to return the kid to her, and they do it like publicly, so they take a picture in the moment, and she's like, "This isn't my kid," and they're like, "Yes, it is. This is your child. Take him home. Like, this is your kid. Like, he's been through trauma or whatever, so he might look a little bit different." And she's like, "It's not him." So she takes him home, and like she has like marks on the wall of like his height or whatever throughout the years, and like this kid is like much shorter, and then she like goes to like give him a bath, and like this kid is like circumcised and her kid wasn't, and she's like, "This isn't my kid." So they put her in a mental institution. Like, they lock her up because they say,
What
like,
in the-
you're crazy. This happened. It's
I
insane.
feel like people get into mental institutions way too easily.
And too hard to get out, I think, especially back then. Because they were, like, they basically, like, she couldn't leave. She, like, was stuck there for a long time. And then...
And, like, who put her in there?
Like, the police. They basically said that, like, she went insane after she lost her kid, and she wasn't accepting the fact that this was her kid that they returned to her. It's a really interesting movie. It's pretty crazy. It ends up being that, like, they end up finding out that her kid got kidnapped by this, like, serial killer that was out at the time, and he killed, like, little kids between, like, those, like, 7 and 9, I don't know that age. And they find out that, like, her kid had died in that farm, and the kid that they returned really wasn't him. I can't remember why, but, like, someone convinced the kid to lie and pretend to be her child. I don't know if there was a reward or something. I can't remember. But it's a really crazy story. But can you imagine? They're like, this is your child. And you're like, no, it's not. Like, this is a different child. And then the police locks you up. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
No, and
It's
then,
crazy.
Yeah.
You should watch it. It's insane.
That actually sounds very interesting to me.
Yeah. Insane. What else happened on TikTok this week?
I honestly think that those are pretty big things.
That's enough. There's also that Brett, whatever. I don't remember his name. Brett.
Oh, yeah.
Brett. Whatever. I'm following him. I don't remember his name, but the guy who got bamboozled by his not baby mama. You guys should check it out because it's crazy.
It's saved a video series with Brett Fairley.
Yeah. Crazy. He gets approached by this lady he's hooked up with a few times, and she's like wanting to do IVF and be a mom, and asks him to be a sperm donor. He stupidly says yes. She kind of reaches out to his family and, like, gets his family involved and saying she doesn't have anybody and she needs a support system. He ends up signing the birth certificate and paying child support for a while, and it looks like that was not his kid. And she
got a ton of money out of him and, like, his support and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think he, like, said that it totaled, like,
Crazy.
$52,000 or something in the last few years. I think this started in, like, 2021 or something.
And she managed to make, like, a ton of people, like, think he was a horrible person because...
Yeah.
Saying that he wasn't paying alimony and whatever. Not alimony, child support.
But he had screenshots. They went after, like, his girlfriend, saying
crazy.
lies about her, saying that she lost her, like, custody of her kids, and none of it was true.
And, you know, it's like you see movies with plots like that, and you, like, you just don't think it happens in real life, but oh my gosh, how it does. You know, like, there's even crazier stuff.
Unwell do you have to be? Like, that poor... Honestly, like, the only person that loses is that baby.
Yeah.
That poor kid. Like, got attached to someone that ended up not being the father. She probably won't get to see him again. The mom is unwell. I don't know what the rest of the situation looks like, but...
Yeah.
Sad.
But...
Anyway, that was depressing. Sorry.
Well,
but it's tea.
No, it is. It's just, to me, it's just crazy to see, like, how people are so manipulative. And I always, like, I'm always, like, I'll watch movies where, like, there's a mastermind behind something that made all of this happen. And I'm just, like, my first thought is, like, that's, like, wouldn't happen in real life because, like, who can really orchestrate something like that?
Yeah.
Apparently I'm just stupid because a lot of people can. Happens all the time. I feel like I'm just, like, so incapable of it, and not because, like...
That's a good thing.
I'm not even saying that in like a virtuous way, that I'm not capable of something bad. I'm just not capable of like,
it's like, how do you
orchestrating it? I'm like, how do you keep track of all that?
I know. I like
so many lies and like so many people that you have to like, in order to make this happen, you need to make like 20 other things happen.
Yeah, and like, create a paper trail.
I'm just not good at chess, I guess.
Honestly, I see this type of stuff and I'm like, aren't you guys like tired? I don't know. I feel like it's like you go to work, you have like between laundry and doing the dishes and like planning a meal every single day for the rest of your life. Like, isn't there enough stuff going on? Like, why are we like to message someone and harass someone and then create a situation and then like, go online and involve other people and this madness? It's like, maybe get a part-time job. Like, you would have made more money like, in 3 years.
How much do you have to hate your 9 to 5 to like go to this extent, you know?
Yeah. And like $52,000 is a lot of money, but to look at it as something that she made over the course of like 4 years, a part-time job would have gotten her more money.
Was it only 52,000? And that was
I thought that's what he said. And it was like,
that was like, oh, okay.
It might have been more, but even still, it's like,
yeah. I
don't know. It's like just, it sounds like less work to like start a side hustle. Like maybe DoorDash. Listen to something in the car, some music. You could probably do it with your kid in the car with you. Like you don't even need to pay for like daycare. I don't know. I just, it's entertaining, but.
Yeah. I just had a weird yawn.
I missed it. I'm sad I missed
it.
It
on the playback.
I will.
Anyway, yeah. No, seriously, people have too much time on their hands.
And energy, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just become more antisocial because I'm like, with everything that I have going on, it's like, I don't want to talk to anybody. How do you have the energy to go scam someone? That's like, and like, you had a full baby and then like, I don't know.
No, for real. Sometimes I won't even correct like the receipt that is clearly showing that I have to pay more just because I like want to leave. You know, like fine, I'll pay an extra $10. I don't care. I just want to go.
You know, I was gonna go get a haircut and there was this new like smoothie place right next door. So I went into it and I was talking to this lady. She was so nice. I bought like a protein shake from her. I got out of the store and I sipped on it and it was like drinking sand. It was so bad and just nasty. And I went into the hair salon and I was like, do you guys have a garbage? I need to throw this out. And they're like, oh, did you get that next door? Go over there. She'll change it for you. And I'm like, she was so nice. I'm not going over there. I'm not like, I'd rather die on these $3 than like have an interaction about it at all. Like to go back into the store and just stand there for another like 3 minutes for her to make me a new smoothie. Like,
well, to stand in line too. Like there's like 5 people in front
there
of you.
was no line for a reason, as it turns out. But it would have been me just staring at her as she's doing this thing, and I'm like, yeah, it wasn't good. Like,
and you
I
just
can't.
know that as soon as you walk in, she's gonna be like, oh, you liked it?
Yeah, it's like,
no.
Version 2 is gonna be sand with spit on it. So I'd just rather cut that, you know? Just go about my day. But it was funny. The lady was like, no, just go. She didn't want to let me throw it away because it was behind the counter, like the garbage. And I'm like, please throw it away. This interaction is also ruining my day. I don't want to talk.
You could have just been like, well, actually, I bought it for you.
I know. It sucks. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. Hilarious. My gosh.
Yeah. Well, this has been another episode of This Stays Between Us. Please follow, like, subscribe, comment, interact with us. We like to know what you guys are thinking. If you like the podcast, if there's something you guys want us to talk about, or if you want to contribute to something we've said, we love reading it, and we'd be happy to talk about it on our next episode. So please interact with our stuff.
Please do.
Yeah, we're on TikTok at TheRealTSBU. I always have to check out in my mind. I said that right.
Acronyms are hard.
Yeah. and on YouTube and all podcast platforms.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We'll see you next time.
Thanks
Bye.
for listening.